And welcome to Subfacts. I'm your host, Matt. I'm here with my partner in crime, Mooney. What's up, Mooney?
What's up?
We've had a busy week, sir.
We did have a busy week.
We typically, folks, see each other, like once a week, maybe twice on a good week. We've seen each other, I think, every single night this week.
Yeah, we have.
So we've been busy. We'll talk about it later.
We got a packed show, folks.
But yeah, packed show. We have
cool things coming up. You can check out on our YouTube.
Absolutely. So we'll get into that a little bit later. But before we do, I got to keep things moving and introduce.
Should we say hello to our two new fans that may be listening for the first time?
Oh yeah. Do you have the names?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh well, let's do it after the warm up.
Okay.
Let's keep them going. Am I the one that they're going to mention? Okay.
Yeah, I have their names here.
Boom.
Sorry, guys.
Hey, Brian.
Hey, how are you guys doing?
Good. Busy. Tired.
Yeah, I know all about that.
Sturdy. Dull.
All right. So first question for the warm-up. Snap your fingers. You now have 10,000 hours of experience doing something. What is it?
Ooh, good.
That's a great question because 10,000 hours makes you a professional in anything.
Ooh.
I know mine. Do you want to?
I'm going to say this is a tough one, but I'm going to say like a stock expert like Warren Buffett.
Well, that's
not a bad idea.
Yeah.
That's a good
reason is like if I'm a golfer, I don't know even if I'm a pro golfer, I don't know if I'm better than the pro golfers on the tour. So I don't know how much money I'm going to make. And trading, you can do from anywhere. You can do from your phone, laptop. You can do it anywhere. So you can be like in like Cancun, Jamaica, Hawaii, just be sipping Mai Tais on iced teas and cocktails and going, boom, I made $1 million.
Yeah, like you're definitely taking the smart route because like mine, you know me, I'm normally how quick can I make the money?
Yeah.
For me, instantly, because I have multiple guitars hanging on my walls that I cannot play. 10,000 hours to play the guitar, and because I want to be solid. Like, and I know I could be in a band that like maybe my writing ability sucks. Rest of it sucks.
Perfect. I like to write songs and like write
stuff. Dude,
so we would be perfect.
Yes. What if
Subfacts the band?
Yeah. So if like you took 10,000 hours to write songs or whatever.
No. I think I can write. If you played melodies, and
you're gonna write a good song that we're gonna both where I'm gonna be able to jam out to.
Yeah, I think I could.
Okay.
I think I could. If you gave me like a premise, like I hate the world, or I want to sing about people with Down syndrome.
Yeah.
Right. I think I can do that.
Oh, down. I love me some Downs.
I'm getting downs with the Downs boys.
Yeah. Where the Downs boys go.
Yeah, where the Downs boys go. This thing took a weird turn.
Well, Janie Lane from Warren is no longer with us, so somebody has to sing it.
Where the Downs boys go.
You remember Where the Down Boys Go from
Yes.
Warren? Okay.
Where the Downs.
That might be the title of this show, folks.
I was just writing it down. All right. So
writing it downs or down? No.
The next question.
So,
you ready for the next question?
Yeah.
All right. How many pillows do you sleep with? How many pillows is too many pillows?
Oh, I sleep with 2.
Oh, I sleep with like probably 4. I like to have my head. Yeah, I have my head like propped up, like it's not good, and I don't recommend it, but that's just how I'm comfortable sleeping.
4
is I have to have my head like propped up. I sleep to the side, but my head's always propped up.
4 is an obscene amount.
Nah. It also depends on the pillows. Like if they're the big, huge, like brand spanking new ones that haven't been beaten down to for life, then yeah, that's excessive. But if you have like some like medium sized to like thinner ones, 4's not bad.
I just got 2 under my dome. That's it.
And I sometimes I stick my arm in between the pillows.
That's not a pillow. Those aren't pillows.
All right.
Those aren't pillows.
Exactly. My wife loves it.
Oh my God, that's 4 freaking pillows. Jesus.
Yeah, it's all good.
How many does you're the
She actually she has like one or whatever, but then sometimes she'll build a wall between us of pillows. It's because I like a fan on me. Like I like the fan and she doesn't like the fan air. And so she puts a wall up almost to kind of block the fan air.
I do that because.
But I love pillows. I don't think you can have too many.
So I do that. I have 2 pillows, but one is just a wall between me and my wife because she moves around so much at night. She'll like kick me in the night.
Yeah, my wife
it's no
too.
good.
Like I'm
Oh really?
She's
I'm
sprawled.
Oh, see, I'm lucky because mine, she sleeps like she's like a vampire in a coffin. It's almost literally like it does not move.
I'm almost like that, but my head, I do the head underneath the head between the 2 pillows underneath my head.
Yeah.
And then just like one to the side, but I'm out. Like I move either left or right, and I'm like that for the night.
Yeah. Like I'm either one side or the other side, but that's about it. But yeah, I'm so lucky to have my wife who does not move. It's just the same thing.
All right, cool. Last question. Which of these new fast food items do you want to try the most? So the first is from Pizza Hut. It's a cheesesteak pizza melt. We've got a Taco Bell beefy crunch burrito.
I've
had it. It's delicious.
I know JT from Leesburg has had it. He said it's the best thing on the menu.
It is.
I don't like
amazing.
rice, and it's got rice in between.
Yeah, it's right. It's good.
I don't know if I want
It's
that.
amazing.
There's the McDonald's cookies and cream pie.
That looks great.
That does look good.
Apparently, it's only in 15 cities, though, so you have to find it. But
probably not here.
It's never here. It's never here.
There's the Arby's Wagyu Steakhouse Burger.
I would love to have
it. Looks great. I have never had Wagyu in my life, so I don't know if I'd like it, though.
It's probably not real Wagyu, but yeah.
I like things overcooked. Like my protein, I like it overcooked. And Wagyu, every time I see people eat it, it looks like it's barely cooked.
That's awesome. Yeah. Then I would go for it.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if I would like. I don't know. Like I don't know.
That would actually look.
But that
awesome
doesn't look like
if it had a fried egg on it.
But that doesn't look like Wagyu that is even anything that I've ever seen. So Brian might be right. Maybe it's just part. Maybe it's like 10%.
I would eat it. I would eat it immediately. Out of all the things on here, I would probably want to try that. Go to the restaurant.
Well, so the next one, White Castle has these new seasoned chicken rings.
I would love to have.
Oh, totally crush those.
And then the KFC has the ultimate barbecue fried chicken sandwich.
That's winter chicken dinner.
That does look good.
It's got fried onions, straw things. It's got bacon. It's got cheese. It's got fried chicken, pickles, and barbecue sauce.
I'm gonna have to get one. We might
have to try one on the show. It does look pretty damn good. I don't like.
Why wouldn't you eat I would eat everything on there personally.
I don't like the onions necessarily. The onion straws.
What don't you like about the Pizza Hut cheesesteak pizza? I mean, it's a pizza.
My problem with Pizza Hut is Pizza Hut tries to lure everybody in with gimmicks.
Yeah, they do.
And it never actually. They're the ones that had the heart pizza. Remember that? So. The gimmick, like it tries to lure you in, but it's never done right. It's never done great. Like if it was another pizza place that, like, let's say Giovanni's was like, we have a cheesesteak pizza. I'm going, yes, sign me up. I'm there.
Absolutely. I'll take 3.
I don't trust Pizza Hut for anything.
Can't be that bad.
Like, and I like the stuffed crust. That's the only thing that Pizza Hut does well.
What about when people eat the stuffed crust backwards?
I hate those people with a passion.
Yeah, why would you do that?
Well, you know what's funny is people. That's how that was the advertisement that they did.
The advertisement.
But you know what's funny is my son watches like these like YouTube shorts. It's kind of like TikTok basically, and there's a dude that literally has questions over his head, and it's like yes or no, if then kind of questions, and it was like, how do you eat your pizza, back or front? And he was like. He goes, no, I totally understand, through the back and all this kind of stuff. And then it shows the actual percentage or whatever. Way more people eat it the way we're all used to eating it from the tip, I guess. But the amount of people, the percentage of people that were eating it from the back scared me. It was almost like 40%.
What do you do?
I have never seen anybody in my personal life ever. Because I would probably yell at them.
Here's the thing, though. They're not, for a fact, they're not eating the whole thing from the back. They're just eating the stuffed crust part, and then they're starting at the tip, but they don't really have anything to hold on to.
And that's dumb. You need something to hold on to. But in your personal life, have you ever seen anybody take a slice of pizza and eat it from the back?
No.
I've never seen that, but yet like 40% of the people said that was acceptable.
Liars.
No, it's not.
It's not acceptable.
If I was ever in a room, and I would hope you would do the same thing, if we're ever in a room and somebody does that, you just immediately slap it out of their hand and kick them out of the house.
Yeah, I would be like, look, you don't even deserve to have pizza in my house if you did that.
Like F you and get out.
You're dumb.
Yes.
Agreed. Good question.
All right. That's the end.
Whoa! That's my girl though. I can't lie. I would still do stuff.
She's single.
Even like that. I know she's single now.
I would do stuff.
Yeah, like that.
I mean,
honestly,
she doesn't even look bad there.
That's how I like her. I'm not gonna lie.
She looks terrible.
Hey, what's up? Over.
No, I'm telling you, it's a little Courtney Love-ish. You know, where you can like.
Oh no, I would immediately invite her over.
You know, like you can smell her just by looking at her, type of thing. It's like, hey, I'm okay.
Yeah, I would do things.
That's the one that would actually do stuff to us. That's the version of Britney Spears that would do stuff to us. You know,
and I'm all for it.
Bring it on. Hey, it's all good, Britney. You know, I'll
Bring
hit you
it on.
I'll hit you one more time. She does look like she can take a punch.
Oh,
I'm just kidding. That's a joke, folks.
Oh my gosh,
that was jokes. Fun jokes.
No, not even a good joke.
No, not at all.
Okay, I'm sorry. I apologize.
Good.
I hope somebody out there gets it. Okay, anyway, so yeah, we alluded to it in the very beginning of the show. We've been busy, sir.
I'm going to say hello to our new fans, Ray. R-A-E.
R-A-E.
And then the other fan is...
Did they say
Keisha.
We could use last names or no?
No, I'm not using last names.
Oh, okay.
Ray and Keisha.
Okay, professional nerd. Ray claims to be a professional nerd. Science and communication.
The other, Keisha is like a science comedian type person.
Yes, a scientific comedian.
We had a really fun time meeting them. They were awesome.
Yeah, it's one of those things like, so Mooney and I went to, if you didn't hear our last episode, Mooney and I went to go see the band V.O.B, aka the voice of Baceprot.
Awesome.
Awesome.
We're going to get into
band.
that in a little bit, though.
Yeah, we'll get into that. So we've done a couple, if you follow our reactions, you know, we've definitely done a couple of V.O.B reactions. Their music is fantastic. So as luck would have it, they were coming to town. They did 11 cities in America. It's the first time they've ever been to America. They did 11 cities and DC happened to be one of them. And so we went. And so, of course, we're doing a vlog and we'll have something up on YouTube pretty soon.
Awesome.
And so of course, Mooney and I, we're trained professionals. And
Absolutely.
so we decide to do a vlog introduction. And these ladies were just sitting around us going, hey, what are you guys up to?
Yeah, like, what is that microphone? They were like, hey, what's that? And, you know, what are you doing? And I was like, I walked over and was like, what up?
Yeah. And so, so yeah, it was pretty interesting. And then after the show, we went to do our closing piece outside, and yet they had not left.
Yeah, they were
still there. And so we struck up a conversation, and so now we have new friends, Ray and
Keisha.
Ray and
Keisha should write into the show.
We did tell them to write in.
And if you want to write into the show, it's subfactspodcast@gmail.com.
I would love for them to write in.
Yeah, we were actually thinking they're both really like into science and stuff. And so, you know, we have our resident scientist, Space Coast Bill. But, you know, if there's anything that's not space related, we need to ask questions. We can probably.
They're not space scientists. So I think they're more like
space scientists. Oh, yeah, I don't like, because Bill's not an astronaut. I don't know what space scientist is. It astrology?
It's physics more. I think
he's more. Is he physics?
I think he's more physics. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because didn't he say he's a
engineering? I believe
engineering.
I thought he is a rocket scientist.
Yes, but I think remember he designs like. I think he said he worked on the toilet.
He worked on the toilet.
Oh, he did. Okay.
So I believe he's an
Which
engineer.
now he's like about to crash his car. Thank God Tesla has those automatic drivers, because he's like damn it, I do more than toilets. Like I guarantee you, we're totally botching this.
Mm-hmm.
And there's going to be a scathing email that comes our way.
We're going to get ripped apart.
Yeah, he's going to be like, you know who I am? This is who I am,
Yep.
A-holes.
Yeah, he's going to be like, why don't you just check out my LinkedIn? I'd be like, okay, sorry.
Yeah, so we're already going to get punished.
Yep.
So anyway, we met new friends, and the one good thing about when we do these vlogs out and about is we get to meet new people, and that is the best. That's one of the best parts of these whole little adventures.
The best part
that
of
we go
waking
on.
up is Folgers in your
Oh, absolutely. So we went to the show, and one thing that was really funny is I had never been to this place. It's called the Union Stage, and it's in DC.
Small,
very small, which is fine when you're a young band, and you know it is what it is. You got to start somewhere. So I like the really small venues, but then the first band came on, like the opening band, and I don't remember their name, and I'm never going to remember their name anyway because they were awful. It was one of the worst opening bands I think I've ever seen in my life, and I've been to a ton of shows. And so, but it reminded me of being in a small little place in DC with a really bad band. Reminded me of when I was in high school. I hung out with friends that played instruments, and they were all in different bands and whatnot. And there was a place called like the Jungle Club or Safari Club or something like that in DC. I don't think it's there anymore, but it was literally probably the size of this studio. And my friends would all go like, hey, we got a gig at the Jungle Club in DC. We all got to go. And you're like, oh, cool. At first you think like, okay, whatever, I'll go. My friends are playing at a club. It's going to
be good.
And, and then it's always like, dude, the cover's like $10. You got to get in. Okay, whatever. It's cool. You get there. Then you realize it's the size of this studio. And the only other people in the building are people from your class.
Yeah.
And you're like, dude, did we have to go to DC for this?
No, you could have went to someone's garage.
Like the only person I didn't recognize was the guy at the mixing board who worked there, who looked bored out of his mind. And then you got to sit there and watch the setup.
Yeah, exactly. You're like, why didn't we just set up someone's house?
Yeah. And then as luck would have it, occasionally you'd see another strange band, some other high school band that you didn't recognize.
And all those fans knew each other.
And you got to sit through that crap just to get your friend's band. No offense, but they were never that great either.
Yeah.
But you're supporting them because it's your boy, And it kind of reminded me of that. It took me that you get something happens and instantly you just get transferred right back. So as soon as that band started, I went back to
you were like, oh my God.
Am I in the Safari Club back in the 90s?
Twilight Zone, right?
Yeah. Yeah. It was so crazy. And so they sucked, but the
voice of Baceprot were amazing.
V.O.B is fantastic. And I can't say it enough. And
they crushed. I was shocked how good they were.
Yeah, the thing too is like in what I've experienced in America, when I tell people about it, they just go, "Oh, you're just listening to some crazy stuff." They're not crazy. Like the music is really good, and I know I've been on this like real metal tear and all. It's not like
they're not metal though.
No,
they're metal-ish.
I don't think they're any harder than Black Sabbath.
No, they're not even close to that.
So if you can deal with Black Sabbath, you'll be perfectly fine with V.O.B.
They're more like hard.
It's like an AC/DC.
Yeah, I was going to say AC/DC.
Yeah, and like they were raised on Rage Against the Machine and Metallica. And so, but for the most part, they just completely came out and rocked.
Super talented.
If anything, my only complaint was the set was just shy of an hour, which I get it because they only have one album out, and but their covers were fantastic.
Yeah,
they did an awesome cover of Sabotage from Beastie Boys. So either way, they sounded great. Everything was amazing. Like that part was awesome.
And it was, me and Matt were easily the tallest people there by far.
I know, right?
So it was awesome because you get to see over everybody. You can be in the back and see perfect.
Yeah, we definitely didn't have to worry about anything like.
I felt bad. There was one girl trying to record, and I was like, "Do you want me to record for you?" Like,
you could have recorded for me. My arm was starting to get tired. But no, they everything was great. And actually the venue was pretty cool too. Like it was kind of neat. I don't have a problem if there was another
it's
show
in a beautiful area.
Oh yeah,
absolutely. Oh, that wharf area is awesome. Lots of good restaurants.
Absolutely. And so another thing we were talking about is, and I wanted to bring this to your attention because on the way back to get into the place, they gave you a wristband that basically said you're over 21. And I get it. But I hate wristbands because the guy put it on and immediately attaches to the hair on my wrist. So, pulling it off is never fun. So I hate wristbands. And then to get into the place, they put a stamp on your hand. I don't think it's necessary to do two things. I think they need to go back to, if you're under 21, they just put a big X on your hand and that's it. We don't need to go through all this. Wristbands suck. Just give me a stamp. Give me something that says, hey, you're 21. You already got in. We're good. But you were like, somebody can go in and just wash the stamp off. And
yeah, you can easily wash the stamp off.
No, I feel like I have a tattoo. I've literally showered probably 3 times since our show. I wash my hands all the time. And
it's gone.
Look, you can see. I still have remnants of this stupid stamp. And I was literally in the shower with a sponge just like, trying to like get it off. And nope, it's stuck on me.
Huh. You know what may have helped me? I washed my hands a couple of times at the show.
Oh.
So I got it early.
Okay, maybe. Because I'm permanently marked at this point. So I was like, F that. Just go back. Like big X. Get rid of wristbands, folks. If you're in charge of a club, wristbands are dumb. They're not even cost effective.
I that's the thing. I hate wristbands.
Yeah.
I hate them.
So yeah, wristband versus
stamp. They're a pain in the butt to take off. And even when we go to those card shows, they put the same thing on.
Wristbands are dumb.
Like what do I need it for? Who's sneaking in?
Yeah. It's stupid. Just get rid of a wristband. Wristband should never be involved.
Put someone at the door so no one sneaks in. Don't buy wristbands. They're dumb.
Yeah. Absolutely stupid. Because I hate them too, because I've almost crashed my car a few times because I don't notice them when I'm at the show, but when I'm driving home, that's all I notice.
Right. And
so then I go to try to rip it off.
Jerk the wheel.
And I think I'm going to like Hulk Hogan it and like, nope. Like I got to sit there. I couldn't
Hulk Hogan the one from last night. I had to get it to a point where I could slip my hand out.
Yeah. I did eventually Hulk Hogan it, but it took I had to loosen it up a little bit. But yeah, like, have you ever done that with a shirt, by the way? Like,
yeah.
I've never done it, and I always I want to,
yeah.
But I can't find the shirt that I'm willing to Hulk Hogan.
Well, no, I was wearing a shirt. It was old. It was getting to the point where it was starting to fray, and then a little bit thing, and I was like, oh, nice.
And you just did the like,
yeah.
Did you do any kind of like, knowing that you were going to Hulk Hogan it? Did you do any kind of like, I am a real American?
Oh my God, that would have been better.
I think if I do it,
recorded it and put it on like TikTok.
Yeah. Like I think if I do eventually go to do it, I'm gonna have Rick Derringer in the background playing, and then I gotta go. Did you go into a move? Did you like do it and then go like?
No, I just did the.
Oh, did it work? It worked. Did it work out as cool as you thought it would be?
Yeah, it was awesome.
Awesome.
And no, I think I did this, and then I did like the whole, one of these two.
I think I don't want to tell the wife, but I think, I might have to do that one time if like it might be that time to like make some whoopee. I might just go in and just go, raw. That's got to be hot.
Okay. If you think so.
I might rock that. And so anyway, folks, great time at V.O.B. Look for our V.O.B. video that the concert video that we're going to put on YouTube. It's
going to be epic.
Yeah, great stuff. And hopefully you enjoyed as much as we did. Once again, shout out to our new friends. And a couple other things happened really quick. Last week I mentioned the Jim B.O. guy.
Yep.
So Monday I went to the gym. And fortunately for me, I was about 5-10 minutes later than I would have normally shown up. And I go in there and my man is once again right next to another dude, just stinking. Like I could smell it from like the stairs walking up. But I was so happy. Nothing made me happier than to know that he was already placed somewhere.
Yeah.
And I went to the furthest place I could go.
Yep.
And I just sat there. it was the best workout I've ever had because I was so happy that somebody else was dealing with his stink.
God, why does he do it?
I don't know. And you want to, like, on one end, you want to go to him and go, dude, 2 weeks in a row, I've noticed you. You smell really bad. You smell worse than anybody in this building. You need to do something.
Well, that's when you need to, you know what you do? You say something to the people up front, and they need to say something. They need, actually, they're supposed to.
I had to do that. I had to do that when I was managing a hardware store at one point in life. There was a guy, nobody knows his last name anyway. His name was Smelly Dan. Or at least we called him, called him Smelly Dan. And so, like, I had to have a conversation with them where, because people were complaining to me
right.
and I had to go, like, you know, Smelly Dan, come on, you got to do something. You gotta, you clean up your act, because there is like a dress policy, you know, that kind of thing. I had to do it, you know, with tact, but I'm like, I can't imagine if somebody ever in my life of authority came up to me and was like, "You're the smelly guy."
Yeah, that would be awful.
I would do that Simpsons move where I just like run out the wall.
Yeah,
and just I
have that fear, so I try.
Yeah, but I don't know why that guy smells so bad, but all I know is it helped my workout because somebody else dealt with it.
Right, had to deal with him. Yeah,
and I was like, yeah.
You're like, oh, I'm kidding.
I totally wanted to like flip off the dude next to him.
And be just like, I had to deal with it last week.
You suck. Because, you know, anyway, so that guy sucks. Speaking of sucking, I tried Jollibee for the first time. Jollibee is like a Filipino McDonald's, for lack of better terms.
It's awful.
All I know, and you know this to be true, every Filipino goes to Jollibee. Like, there's lines out the door.
They love it.
This particular Jollibee's been around for about a year and a half, you would say, or 2 years maybe.
Right.
We
in
went
Chantilly or
the one in Annandale.
Oh, Annandale. Yeah,
so
we went there a while.
We went there off peak hours. Like, let's say off. It wasn't it wasn't noon, right? Still a huge line, like a line going almost out the door. And these people were just like buckets of chicken, all like literally
spaghetti,
smorgasbord. Yeah, every like Asian people love like family dining.
Yeah.
So you see a bucket of chicken, big thing of spaghetti, then burgers, and like literally their tables were full. These people couldn't get enough of this stuff. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't just Filipinos, there was other people there too. So I'm thinking, man, this is going to be insane.
Yeah, you're thinking this place is going to be good.
So my son gets the fried chicken because that's his thing. I'm still kind of working on the diet here, so I figured I could get a burger because it's protein. You know, it's protein, and I don't have to have the bun or whatever. And then, you know, I'll have a few fries. And so the fries were literally the worst fries I've ever had in my whole entire life.
Because then you have to go get good fries because.
Awful. Like they don't put salt on the fries for starters.
What?
There's no salt on the fries.
How do you not put salt on fries?
No clue. These were the most tasteless fries I've ever had in my life.
All fries need salt.
Fortunately, they served the fried chicken with gravy, like a little gravy thing.
Yeah.
And so I was kind of trying to.
The gravy's nasty. I've had it.
It's okay. It's not great.
No.
But I was dipping, but anything compared to like. The fries that have no taste.
Right, so you dip the fries in the gravy.
Yes, and then I did get some ketchup because I figured ketchup was at least a little bit safer than gravy, probably from a diet perspective. But like awful. And then my son says it's the best chicken he's ever had in his life.
It's gross.
I don't know if he was just messing with my head.
He's messing with your head. It's gross.
The burger sucked. There was nothing redeemable about the place. And unless Jollibee wants to sponsor our show,
yeah,
I'll completely flip. You guys know this. Yeah. But until that happens, they suck. Don't waste your time.
Yeah, they're not worth going.
And I am sorry if this offends the Filipino people who love Jollibee. Hey, you can tell me McDonald's sucks. And it is what it is.
I mean, seriously, it's not good.
And the thing is, and I get it when you want a taste of home. I get it. I totally understand.
I get it.
But if you've already had McDonald's fries, you go F Jollibee. As soon as you take one bite of McDonald's French fries, you're like, I don't even know who Jollibee is. Mm-hmm. You go to Popeyes and Popeyes
fries are amazing.
You go to Popeyes and you get their chicken. You go, hey, who needs Jollibee?
Popeyes fries are amazing. They're amazing.
there wasn't one redeeming thing that I saw on the menu that anybody would go, it's better here than it is somewhere else. I just don't understand it.
I was very underwhelmed by their chicken, very underwhelmed, and I didn't like the gravy at all. I didn't try the fries.
It might literally be the worst fast food experience I've ever had.
Yeah, I only got when they did the potluck lunch and someone bought it.
The burger tasted like a gas station burger. Like you might as well, if you went to like 7-Eleven, if 7-Eleven made burgers, it would be like that.
I don't understand that. And now they're going to put one here in Chantilly.
And it's going to have lines. It's going to have huge lines because like these people love
it's like the Raising Cane's. Like the Raising Cane chicken fingers weren't that good at all, yet they still have huge lines.
We tried them on the show. Yeah. I don't get it. So
no idea,
folks. You let us know if you're watching this and you're loyal to Jollibee and you love them. Write into subfactspodcast@gmail.com. Let us know. What is it? Because maybe we're missing. Maybe I didn't order the right thing. Maybe
what else is? By the way, their menu is limited. Their menu is like 5 things.
They had spaghetti. None of us in my house tried the spaghetti.
The spaghetti. Why would you go to a fast food place and get spaghetti?
I don't know.
It's covered in like ketchup, I believe.
I don't know, but all I know is the people in the place could not eat it fast enough. They just could not get enough of it. I don't get it, but it's not for me. Yeah. And then you, my friend, I have to thank you because speaking of restaurants, we have a new restaurant in our area that everybody.
There are a few of them. There's like one in Tyson's, one in Reston, now one in Lee.
So there's a pizza place or an Italian restaurant called Pupatella's.
Yes.
And my wife came to me and was just like, your next cheat day, we got to go there because everybody keeps telling me how great it is. It's fresh, all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, okay, cool. Let's do this. Right. And then I consult you. Then no way. So then I consult you.
Smart move.
And I say, hey, the wife's trying to go here. What do you think? Because I'm sure you've already been there. And fortunately, all you had to say is one thing. It's the individual personal pizzas.
Yeah. They don't make a huge pizza.
They don't make a big pizza. And I will tell you this. I'm going to stress this right now, folks. Any pizza place that doesn't make the normal size pizzas is not a good place. Don't ever recommend it to anybody.
Absolutely. And I told you, it's got the huge crust.
Yeah.
It's like half of the pizza is crust. The surface area of cheese and topping is very minimal.
And don't get me wrong. If in front of me, I'm going to eat it. But it's not something that I would recommend it to somebody. Like I wouldn't go, you got to have this. Because the individual, whoever created the individual pizza is an a-hole. It's just dumb. Pizza was never meant to be that way. It's just not right. It's an abomination.
And seriously, an individual can eat a medium pizza or most of a medium pizza. So just get a
all
medium.
That does. See, here's the problem. I'm not full after the individual, and then I'm a fat pig if I eat two. So it's like, where's the meat? Like, where do you get you want to eat a little bit more than your individual?
The personals are always like 10-inch.
Yeah, it's dumb. Like if you made a bigger personal, I'm buying. Like if you go, everything's a medium slice.
Right. The minimum size for a pizza should be 12 inches.
Yes.
Yeah.
Agreed. And so I just think, and that's a sub fact. That's an absolute sub fact.
Absolutely, yeah.
Is that's what it should be. If you're ever opening a pizza place, minimum is.
If you make a 10-inch or a 9-inch pizza, you really are dumb.
Yeah, because if I had a 12-inch,
jerks.
I could eat it and I would feel, okay, this is good. I got what I wanted on it.
Like I don't finish a 12-inch pizza. Mm-hmm. I don't.
But you don't eat that. You don't actually eat as much pizza as one would think.
Right, I know. But what I'm saying is I don't eat a whole one, but I'm still saying the minimum should be 12 because of the fact that a 10-inch leaves you wanting more.
Yes, and at a 12, even if you don't eat it all, you're going to take a slice home.
Yeah, and you have it for tomorrow.
Yeah, you have it later. Boom. Or on the drive home, like I've done many a time. And so don't recommend any pizza place, folks, if they only do the personal pizzas.
Yeah.
It's dumb. I don't care if it's laced with gold. Doesn't matter.
No.
It's not good.
No.
So
don't piss off the people, because then they're going to go there and they don't have friends like me. And then they end up going and they're like, why'd you tell me to go?
It was funny. So we went out last night for trivia, and of course,
I was there.
I'm talking about you, sir.
Oh,
so this topic
we won, by the way.
This
champions.
Boom. This topic came up, and it was so funny because this morning, my wife was like, "Man, Mooney was really passionate about the pizza thing," and I'm like, "As he should be. He's right. He stopped us from making a terrible mistake."
Yeah, and then one of the guys we played with, he was like, "Oh yeah," he goes, "That's what's great about it. They're fresh ingredients and it's Italian. It's real pizza from Italy." I'm like, "Well, that doesn't make it good."
Yeah, like if you think about it, the pizza that we know, the pizza that the best pizza in the world is technically what was created in New York.
Yeah.
So it's and we've had Scott on the pizza guy on our show explaining that. So just because it was from Italy doesn't make it good.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That's exactly right. It's like when people say, "Oh, well, that's not how Chinese food is in China." Well, then it sucks.
Yeah, because America made Chinese food that we know here.
Yeah.
So it is what it is, folks. So speaking of Chinese, I also had a weird experience. So I got a haircut this week, and it was so funny because I don't care about my hair. I am the ultimate don't care. I wear hats all the time, folks. That's what you've always seen. And so, but you do have to get it cut for when you go into the office.
I get it cut every 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah. And it's like, my grandmother I know doesn't like wearing hats. So it's kind of like to be respectful. So my son goes to this haircut place in the mall, and I figured, okay, let me just go too. And once again, I don't care. I'm not peculiar over like who cuts my hair, whatever. It's just, if you screw up, and I'll live with it because I wear a hat anyway.
I only let women cut my hair, so that's I know.
I typically prefer that, but I did care. So my son's very peculiar about the girl that does his. So she did his hair. This dude took me to his chair, and I'm like, okay, whatever. And I tell him what I want, and he starts in. I'm perfectly fine.
Yeah, no you're not issues. Saying a word. You're like letting him
not saying nuts. A word. I could have fallen asleep. I trust this dude. Don't care. And like I said, worst case scenario, if I come out of it bald, what am I? I don't care. I'm wearing a hat. So halfway through, the lady that's cutting my son's hair, she kind of finishes up with him. She starts yelling at him. She then takes him and moves him out of the way while she's yelling at him in Chinese. And she starts yelling at him, and then she starts like to my head.
She starts cutting your hair.
It was like Edward Scissorhands, like when like he's like cutting the bushes. She
stops cutting the boy's hair and comes over to you.
I think she had just finished.
She finished.
Okay. Finished him. Then she looked over at like me, I guess, and she then darts out of her chair, pushes him out of the way, yells at him, and then she just starts like I don't know what she's doing because it's just whatever.
It's a blur.
Yeah. So then he goes to walk away, and she yells at him again and kind of makes him stand there. And as like he was like, he was being punished, and he was sitting there like head down almost. It was so crazy.
And you're sitting there having to watch that.
I have no idea.
You're getting your haircut.
I have no idea what they're saying. All I know is I'm like, what did he do?
Yeah, like what did he do?
Did he put a smiley face on the back of my head? I don't know. So she's like, and then I go to like, hair falls in your forehead or whatever. I went to go wipe it off. And then she grabs it, like yells at him again to have like, to be there. Like, why wasn't he there? Like, I'm assuming it's why wasn't he there to wipe the hair off of my like forehead? I was like, what? This is nuts. Like, cause I felt so bad for him and
this guy's getting,
this dude was getting ridiculed. Demolished. Like if I'm him, I just start crying and run out.
Walk away, yeah.
Like, but like he had to stand there, like all like because she's like she runs the place, and he had to stand there and watch her do the.
Oh my god! Imagine you go back and he's not there. That would be hilarious.
Oh my gosh! And so, but then she did the she did her thing, shape things up, whatever. And once again, I wouldn't have known if he did anything wrong.
Exactly.
It wouldn't matter. I didn't say anything, and she was like, "Now you look good." And I was like, okay. And
Thank you.
But I think it's because like, I don't know how to tip. I don't know how to tip these things. So every time I go there, I guess I give like a really generous, like his haircut's like $20. I always give like $10.
Yeah, that's what I give.
So, and I don't know if that's way generous or whatever.
It's generous. That's what I get, but it's generous.
But I think that's what it is. She wanted to make sure that I didn't go home and be like, what did this dude do?
Well, I shouldn't say. Well, I always tip 20, so sometimes my hair is 30.
Yeah.
Because I do the beard too. So it's like either between 25 and 35, and I tip 10
Yeah.
bucks.
So maybe, and I was like, I told the boy, because he was like, what happened? I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, I felt bad for, like, I wanted to almost stop her and go like, I don't think he did anything wrong. You know, you no need to yell at him.
Yeah, no idea.
But I think it's because I tip well, I guess, and maybe she's wanting me to come back. But now I want to go back to see if he gets yelled at again. Like this time,
can you cut my hair?
This time I'm like, can I get a haircut? Everybody's like, nope. She'll
imagine you ask for him just so you can see it go down again.
Yeah, it would be awesome. I've never had that before. And most people would get worried because they're working on their hair.
Yeah.
And they think there's a mistake. He was lucky that I didn't care. But anybody else, I guess it would have been a whole big nightmare. So I don't know. I wouldn't deal with the pressure of doing somebody's hair. I think I'd be freaked out by that. But anyways. Yes, I went out of order. No, I'm kidding. We were supposed to do the mailbag, but we'll do the mailbag after movies of the week, after TV, actually. So anyway, movies of the week. I just wanted to review, and I'm not going to go into a long, drawn-out thing. I did see the Meg after the movie, after we got our haircuts.
Yeah.
We went to go see the Meg 2.
Nice.
And I will tell you this, folks. The first half of the movie is awesome. Really good. It's what you want. You do have to suspend disbelief, which we all knew that going into it.
Right.
Any underwater movie, I'm typically hook, line, and sinker. You got me. You know, when you're like walking on the bottom of the ocean floor and things can get you, I am 100% going to love it no matter what the situation is. The problem with the Meg is the first half of the movie is that underwater craziness.
You love it. It's great.
Love it. And it's the, how do I get to the top? All that. That's what I want. When they get to the top is when it felt like maybe there was a different writer and a director like that just said, we're going to make the dumbest possible, stupidest movie that you couldn't even possibly suspend disbelief with.
Right. So you went from like a Jaws 2 to like Piranha 2.
Yes. But it wasn't even like Piranha, like, you know how Piranha, they set you up to Sharknado. Like, you know, when you're watching Sharknado. Well,
there's two Piranhas. The first Piranha's not bad. The second Piranha is
But
awful.
You know when I'll just go Sharknado. Like, you know when Sharknado, you know what you're getting.
Right, but it's purposely overacted, cheesy.
If the movie started out Sharknado and ended Sharknado, I don't have a problem because, hey,
but it's
that's
not a
what
Sharknado type movie. It's a real movie.
I'm telling you, first half, awesome. And I suggest, folks, if you go to see it, as soon as they get on land, just leave. Just leave. There's no.
I'm gonna like it no matter what.
No, it's the on land is almost the worst I've ever seen in a movie. It's terrible.
I'm gonna like it.
It's so far-fetched.
Even though it doesn't have my girl Bing Bing Lee, I'll still like it.
There's a ton of continuity errors if you were paying attention to continuity errors.
No one pays attention for continuity errors.
It's bad. It's so first
You're the
half.
only one I know who looks for continuity errors.
I'm just telling you, folks, if you trust me, leave as soon as they get on land. Once they get in where they're breathing normal air, just walk out. Go see another movie. It's fine. You're not going to miss anything. Just,
except for cheesy awfulness.
It's so bad. It's not even,
and that's a shame too, because that'd probably kill the third one.
I don't know. Like I don't know, maybe it's bad. I won't go see a third one. I'll tell you that. So what are you doing, Brian? Okay. So we're talking about movies coming out this week.
I don't want to see this.
Strays. No, it's weird. I am typically a sucker for comedians overdubbing voices. Like the farce of the penguins still makes me laugh. That was hilarious. Strays has all the promise of that, but the commercial doesn't do it for me. It
Yeah, the
doesn't.
commercial looks awful.
My wife and son want to see it, so I probably will end up seeing it. The commercial is, if that's the funniest part, and I've seen the red band version,
Yeah, the red band trailer.
If those are the funniest parts, it's going to be awful. I'm hoping maybe there's diamonds in the rough, but I'm kind of scared about that.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be good.
The next movie coming out, which looks downright awful too, is brought to you by DC, is Blue Beetle.
Number one, DC movies all suck. And
I do like the kid from Cobra Kai.
Do, but who asked for Blue Beetle?
No one. Is Brian? Actually, you can answer this. Is Blue Beetle like a real comic?
Yes, it's a.
Or is this new?
It's a DC comic. He's a DC comic. He's a character that's been around for a while. He's kind of like a DC Iron Man / Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got a lot of Iron Man vibes coming from it.
Yeah.
So
is he even like cool?
No, I think that's the Spider-Man, because in the commercial he seems like he's kind of nerdish.
No, I mean, like, he
seems like a Peter Parker.
Cool? Like, what does the Blue Beetle do? Like, can he fight, or I mean, is he?
Apparently, in the commercial, anything he thinks of, he can like make happen with his hands.
His suit.
Yeah, his suit's like Jarvis, like it talks to him.
Oh, okay, got it.
So I don't know.
But it looks like he's a beetle. Like, beetles don't scare me.
You know what though? Like, on one end it looks awful. On the other end, like if it's a Saturday and it's on streaming somewhere,
yeah, you'll watch it.
I'll probably check it out. But as soon as they introduce multiverse, I'm out.
Is it multiverse?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so. I hope not. I don't think they can do multiverse because nobody knows what Blue Beetle is. Nobody read the comic. Brian, if you even remotely say you read Blue Beetle comics. Okay, I was gonna say I'm calling BS instantly. I've never heard of it. No one has. Okay, moving on to TV. Best TV show I've seen in a while. This is actually funny. I was actually talking to my wife about paring down some of my channels because I have way too many channels.
You do have a lot of channels.
And I will say this, Netflix has been the target on my radar as far as getting rid of first, because Netflix has not put out anything that I've really kind of wanted to see in a while. I don't know when Stranger Things is going to come back, whatever. And I've just been paying for it for no reason. So I was literally just about to hit the cancel button on that. But I figured, let me check, see what's on Netflix. Right away, I see Down for Love.
What's Down for Love?
It's a Down syndrome dating show.
No.
I instantly was like, just when I thought I was away, they pull me right back in.
How is that pulling you back in? That should confirm that you want to cancel.
No, there is no way I'm turning Down for Love. You
want to watch a Down syndrome dating show?
Who doesn't? That's a lottery ticket.
I'm not watching.
This show should win an Emmy. I'm telling you.
An Emmy.
I called the boy as soon as I saw it. I was like, dude, we have a new show, Down for Love.
He wants to watch too?
Dude, today I had to stop him because he wanted to watch an episode without me. I was like, are you serious? You're going to cheat on me like this? This is the greatest show ever.
No.
Because it's parents.
Is your brother watches crap
No.
too?
The subtlety of this whole thing is a lot of times the parents either ditch the kid or like it's just the mom because the dad went to get cigarettes and never came back. So that's a night. The subtlety's there, but it's like 2 downs and it's multiple downs and they kind of pair them up and it goes through their like first dates and whatnot. And what I find to be hilarious is they go from 0 to 10 quick. They won't even have dinner they'll meet each other. They'll go like, hi, I have downs. You have downs. I like fish. You like fish, that kind of thing. They just do that. Then it goes to, would you be my girlfriend? And then they go, yes. Then it's like, I love you. Let's get married. And they're like, then they're immediately going, this is the girl I want to spend the rest of my life with. And I'm like, yes, this is fantastic.
You're watching this.
Love it. Then they start
they actually get married?
No, well, I don't know. I'm still watching it.
Oh God.
So then they make out, which is awesome too.
You watch them make out.
Yes, I did. And
Brian, what is going
on?
I just don't know. This is terrible.
So the best is most of them will take anything they can get.
Do we have any listeners left? If anyone still out there listening
Not
to this
after
garbage?
this discussion.
They take anything they can get, but the ones
he spent more time talking about this show than he did about the 3 movies that came out that they spent hundreds of millions of dollars to make.
This show
nobody's gonna watch this show.
This show
This show won't ever be renewed.
Our boy CDO totally watches it.
Oh my God.
It's so good. And so on it anyway, I love it. But the one thing that it does make me laugh is there's a couple of them that are like, I'm an actress. And I'm like, wow. There happened to be in like a 1-woman play about having Downs. And I'm like, are you really an actress? That's like, hey, I'm a fat guy. Yeah, I'm an actor in a 1 fat guy play.
I mean, but there are Downs actors.
But those are the ones that are snooty. Those are the ones that are like, no, let's just be friends. Those are the ones that don't go 0 to 10 real quick. Okay. So it's pretty fascinating.
Some of them hold out. Okay.
Yeah. So it's so good. So anyway, the boy and I, that's what we watch. It's awesome. That and 90 Day Fiance.
I'm sorry.
But anybody,
sorry, listeners.
It's called Down for Love, folks. Down for Love. With that,
I cannot.
And I want to wish a very, very special. I'm not going to go speaking of because this person does not have Downs, but I want to wish a very, very happy birthday to my favorite person on the show.
Mailbag.
Love you, Mom.
Okay, folks, it's time for mailbag. Mailbag.
Boom.
Thank you.
No problem.
All right. And yes, happy birthday, Mrs. Mooney.
Thank you.
The email this week, it's short and sweet. It's from Space Coast Bill, and the subject is thanks, Brian. And he says, when Brian read last week's email, he nailed the emphasis and tone of how I wrote the email. It was perfect. That's
wow.
Awesome.
Is that sarcasm or is that?
No, I think he got it. I think because I was basically most of the email was raging about Mooney not watching or paying attention to the Barbie movie.
See, Brian could be a Downs actor now. He's got the acting acting genius. Not that you have Downs. You don't have Downs, but I've just got Downs on the brain at this point. Oh, God. But you could be an actor based on you read the
I don't know how to respond to that. Thank you, Bill. That was a great email.
Insane in the membrane.
Insane in the brain. So awesome. Yes. Thank you, Space Coast Bill.
Oh, that was it?
Yeah, it was a quick short one.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I didn't get called out again. I thought I was going to get called out again.
No. Speaking of amazing actresses.
This is Cindy Starfall, and it's time for Mooney's Dugout. Love you, Mooney.
Boom.
So, okay. I have a few things, actually.
Sure.
One of them I forgot to mention to Brian. I just thought of. I cannot believe how much the Jets are going all in this year. They just paid $8 million to sign Dalvin Cook, which, they already have 2 running backs that they like, and now they're going to pay all this money for Dalvin Cook.
Is there a chance they wanted to call him Calvin, but his dad's name was Dave?
No, their middle name is James. So Dalvin's middle name is James. He's Dalvin James Cook. And James Cook, who runs for the Bills, running back for the Bills, his middle name is Dalvin. So it's James Dalvin Cook and Dalvin James Cook.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And they're related or not?
Yeah, they're related.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was going to actually play for the Bills, but the Bills kind of, they didn't really want to spend the money like we did.
Too many cooks in the kitchen?
All in.
Too many cooks in the kitchen?
Yeah. Too many cooks.
Now,
in the
I wonder if Dalvin is on the German naming list of a name that you can name your kid.
Of course it is.
Dalvin?
No, absolutely
no
not.
Chance.
The one thing I did think of, and I wanted to bring it up since I'm bringing up my own sports teams, but this is pretty monumental. The Yankees, for the first time since 1995, are under 500. In fact, if they finish the year under 500, it'll be the first time in 30 years. 30-year run of finishing over 500. The closest is like 23 years by I think it was the Spurs when I read the article. That's the closest. Like the New England Patriots run was like 17 years, 16 years. Penguins run is like 17. It's unheard of. 30 winning seasons in a row.
The Flyers was 19 at one point. That was it.
Oh, I thought I read today that the Penguins had the most, 17 winning seasons in a row.
They may. I know we had
500.
No, we had 19 playoffs in a row. Flyers.
No, I don't.
No, they did. So. Not in the past.
I would look that up.
10 years, but probably.
Maybe when they first. I would look that up because I don't think that's right.
I read that somewhere.
I don't think that's right.
Like flyerslies.com.
Next
the Montreal Canadiens have the most consecutive winning seasons at 32.
They were the original 6, though.
Of the, I guess this says the other active teams.
17, Bruins 16. See, told.
Yeah.
Is all.
I don't know where you read that.
No, but they're not consecutive now. That's the problem. Is like.
No. That end to see start.
Yeah, that's the current.
Okay, maybe it wasn't. Current. Maybe it wasn't consecutive.
All time.
I thought it was within 19.
Penguins at 17.
16.
Yeah,
16.
There you go. 16.
Boom.
Not
anyway.
What you said.
I said 19. I was off by 3. It's not bad.
That's not bad.
Could be worse.
All right. So next up is a pretty. This has happened before. This isn't the first time it came up in the news, but I think he's actually suing this time. So Michael Michael Oher is, I think, suing Sean and Leanne Tui for basically what he called tricking them.
He is stupid.
Like, he's basically saying that they tricked him into believing that they had ownership of him, so that's why they were able to make him not ownership.
So they had a conservatory,
that's the word.
Like what Britney Spears' dad had. And from what they're saying, from what I read on this, what they're saying is they had to make him eligible, back in the day. But they did say that they've never interfered with what he did with his finances, as far as like he got to pick his own manager, agent, right, all that stuff.
Everything.
So they didn't interfere. And he's suing him for $15 million. I think he's the dumbest possible human being in the world, because they're worth hundreds of millions of dollars. Right. And I don't care what they did. You could make.
Why didn't he just go to them and say, "Hey, can you?
Yeah, I'm out of cash. Can you hook me up with a cool 15 mil?" It's nothing.
And by the way, he made a lot of money. He was a good player.
But the thing too is, like, I know he's been upset about the way he was portrayed in The Blind Side. But like,
it's a movie, they had to do it that way.
If my parents were worth $100 million or whatever, and they wrote this terrible, scathing movie about me or whatever, I would love it, because I'm still going to be their son, and I'm going to go, yeah, when you donk off, I'm going to get $100 million.
Right. I mean, the only thing they did to sort of make him look bad is they made him look not the most intelligent person, right?
Yeah.
But other than that, like, if you had a poor upbringing, what's big deal?
Yeah, like what I took, I only saw the movie once, but what I took from it was he was more homeless than stupid.
Yes.
So, and that was, whether that's true or not, I don't care. Once again, it's a movie, and I'm like, dude, your family, who they supposedly treat you as a son,
they brought you in,
are worth hundreds of millions of dollars.
So if it's even remotely true that they brought you into their home and they let you live there, and they treated you like their own son, I don't see what's wrong with them profiting off your likeness at all.
None. And once again, I would profit off of their deadness when they die.
Yeah.
Because I'd be in the will. I would be like, Woohoo!
Yeah.
And once
he's not
again,
going to be in the will now.
no, if you're worth 100 or a couple $100 million, to your point, you go, hey, Dad, I'm running a little light. Could you possibly, hook
That's
me up with a
exactly
cool
right.
couple mil?
Why sue them? Because here's the thing. Even
well, you got to remember he's got a book that he co-wrote with somebody else coming out. So I think this is partially him drumming up publicity.
Yeah, he's on a book. He's on a book tour, but it's a stupid way to do it.
Because I think he's trying to get people to buy his book.
He's generating buzz so people buy.
But the book. Here's the thing: the book. Let's say it gives him maybe $1 million. That's at the high side, I think. Once again, his family, when they donk off, would give him way more than that.
I have no. Yeah, I like I said, this has come up before. He has been ever since the movie came out. He's been unhappy with the way he was portrayed.
It up.
Well, it soured his relationship with them when the movie came out. So they've been estranged since then for a long time.
Like if there was a movie about me being a fat, smelly guy, but I made some cash off of it or whatever, hey, do it. I don't care.
I just don't understand. Like you are a starting caliber player in the NFL making tens of millions of dollars.
Yeah. And
you're going to complain about the way you were portrayed in a movie?
Stupid.
Give it up, dude.
Yeah, it's really, really dumb.
Can you look up while Matt goes to backstage, and that's it. That's all I have for sports. While Matt goes to Backstage Pass, can you look up like a couple of his contracts? I think he got paid like $7-8 million a year.
I just looked up his net worth. It was $16 million. Is estimated right now?
What? 16
What are you complaining about?
His contract. I'll look up his contracts. Michael Oher contracts. I think I said that or saw that he had made like $40 million total in his career. His career earnings are $34 million.
Yeah. 34 million.
34 million, and you only have 12 left. Jesus, dude.
So he clearly can't handle his finances. Meanwhile, what he would be his parents.
You got to pay taxes on that too. So.
Okay. So
true,
fine. And then
but
you pay the agent. You're right. Yeah, you're right. Okay.
I'd be okay with $16 million.
Yeah.
Maybe it's me. I'd be okay with $16 million.
You could live the rest of your life.
Yeah, I would be fine. But I would also, I don't care if like the $100 million Tuies need to like beat me once or twice a month or something. I'm going to endure it and I'm going to say, thank you. Can I have another?
Right.
So when they die, I get in their will.
Right. Like if they made a movie about it and they portrayed you as a fat, ugly, smelly guy that likes Jollibee chicken.
Yeah.
You like,
hey, do it. Do what you got to do.
So here's the thing about that too. Like, so they didn't write the book, the original book, The Blind Side. There was another author or a guy that wrote the book. They kind of just sold the rights to the story to him, and he paid them. He paid everyone in the family $14,000 a piece. So Michael Oher even got $14,000 out of that deal. When the book was originally written.
Yeah.
The book author is the guy. I think his name is Michael Lewis. He's the guy that actually sold the book to the movie studio.
Yeah.
So
hey,
it was actually his deal for the movie. Now the Tuies, he's saying, Michael Oher is saying that the Tuies got paid for that from the movie. He's claiming that they got paid $250,000 plus 2.5% of the revenue, the net revenue. They're saying that they didn't get anything for the movie.
I bet Michael's mistaken. He's probably trying. Like I believe you, Brian. I think he's probably trying to drum up buzz for his book.
I think he's stupid. I just think it's the dumbest. He doesn't like the fact that the movie made him out to look stupid. What he's doing now makes him out to look worse.
It just doesn't make sense to me because the Tuies sold their franchise businesses with their partners that own the franchises for over $200 million. So they netted out like Matt said, hundreds of millions of dollars, and or like at least over $100 million.
You're gonna ding him for $15 million?
Remember, I'm still one of your sons, so remember me when you do a will, please.
Yeah, not anymore. That's what I'm saying. He's stupid. So dumb.
Idiot.
Anyway. Bacon! Oh, I'm dumb. I hit the wrong button. Okay, so anyway, we don't need to do the other music. We're just going to go right into Matt's backstage pass, which had sounded good anyway. The hardcore, very good. Okay, so this week, as far as new albums come out, what I'm really excited for, and I mentioned it 2 weeks ago, the band Orbit Culture, or as somebody described, Metallica with balls, has a new album called Descent coming out. And I've listened to the other Orbit Culture albums. They're fantastic. I'm really excited to see Descent. They're from Sweden. The lead singer who writes everything was literally the biggest James Hetfield from Metallica fan.
Didn't you already talk about
I did.
this?
I did. What I'm saying is it's awesome. They got a new album called Descent coming out Friday. Then we have what could be a new Yeat album dropping on Friday, but we're not so sure because Yeat is going to do one of those "I'll let you know when I let you know" situations. But all signs are pointing to.
Oh, but you proved the boy wrong, though.
Oh, that was last week because he was just like, "Oh, Yeat's got a new album dropping tomorrow," and I'm like,
"No, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't. Not from what I've read." And he goes, "You don't know what you're talking about. You're dumb." And I was like, "No." And so then it was so funny. I purposely waited till midnight when it was supposed to drop. And I'm like, "Oh, it's 12:05. For some reason, I can't download this on Amazon." I'm like, is it East Coast? Maybe it's a different, maybe we should find out. Maybe he's on the West Coast.
Yeah,
and that's
so it's 3 a.m.
So then I woke up the next morning and I'm like, that's weird. I figured we've gone through everything and I don't see a new Yeat album. He dropped a single last week. So anyway, the Yeat watch is up. Outside of that, me personally, nothing I'm interested in, but you might be, folks. Hozier has a new album.
Are they? I've never heard of them.
You know that song, "Take Me to Church"?
Nope.
It came out like 6 years ago, maybe.
Nope.
You would know it if you heard it.
Maybe.
Anyway, that's Hozier, which dumb. I'm not a fan. Could be for you folks. Rhiannon Giddens, who's a country singer. Rhiannon Giddens. You like country?
I do, but I don't know that person.
Okay, well, anyway, she's got a new album out, and John Batiste he's going to be on the Today Show tomorrow. Matter of fact,
Batista or Dave Batista?
No, it's Batiste. It's John Batiste. It's like a Creole, like Europe. New Orleans.
Sounds like something I'll never listen to.
Yeah, like it's more popish type of music.
I'll never listen.
Okay, well, anyway, not for me necessarily. Like I said, I'm all about Orbit Culture this week. But anyway, that's what's coming out in music this week.
And we covered a lot.
We said a lot. I feel like I did. We talked a lot. We did.
I feel like you talked a lot.
I did. You were there with me, sir. We're partners.
I feel like you.
I had a lot to get out. I
feel like you wanted to call this episode "Matt Talks a Lot."
Yes. Enough about me. Let's talk about me.
Yeah, you've been like on a talk kick.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm inspired. There's a lot of things out there I need to just get off my chest. So.
All right. All music, all tech support for Subfacts is provided by our friend Andy at Creative Underground. But that's not where it stops, folks. He does everything imaginable, just corporate events, weddings, concerts, pro karaoke. And you can check him out on his website. You won't regret it. Just go there,
www.creativeunderground.co.com. And up next is Ben from KStreetPhotographyDC.com. Ben is all over the place. He recently went to a BMW. It was like a BMW thing where he was taking pictures of.
Kickoff or like a sale
I don't know.
I
think it's like the second or third time he's done it. There's something with BMW that he's like taking their pictures and stuff, which is awesome. He takes
a picture of the cars or the salespeople.
It was the cars. Okay. Ben's everywhere. Like
he can make anything look good.
His face, like I'll be honest with you, like I've trailed off on my Facebook and stuff, but Ben, every time he puts something up, it's great stuff.
Yeah,
he's always out and about. He specializes in drone photography, commercial real estate marketing, business headshots, corporate events, team imaging, all that good stuff. When you think of photos, you think of Ben from KStreetPhotographyDC.com.
Boom. And then, last but not least, our boy BK is still crushing it this summer. I'm telling you, you got to get the wax, You got to get it. You got to protect your car. You got to make it look like new. He's the best there is. He'll come to you. He'll clean any vehicle or driving thing you have in your garage. I'm telling you, call him now. 571-233-8716. It's Big Dog Auto Detailing. Tell him Subfacts sent you.
Boom. And folks, if you want to be a part of our show and write in, please write in at subfactspodcast@gmail.com. Also look for us on YouTube. Leave comments. We've posted a lot of videos, folks. You're going to see a new V.O.B.
Yes, you are.
video
Awesome.
from us from our concert this week. Make sure you leave comments, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you want to go to our website to check out our merch, check out subfactspodcast.com. And I know I've been hyping YouTube and all that kind of good stuff for the past couple months. We've been doing that, but I don't want to leave out the fact that we are still on Apple Podcasts. We're still on Spotify, iHeartRadio, all that good stuff for those who don't feel like going to YouTube, even though we feel like you should go to YouTube.
Yo, watch us. Watch us.
Yes, you'll want to see the reactions and all the good stuff. So with that being said, I think we've said it all. And stay safe, everybody, and we will see you next time. Boom.